Howdy, everybody. It is Monday the 15th.
And it is 1:39.
And it's Best Friends Day.
Oh, I feel like it was already Best Friends Day.
It probably was.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember you texted me on Best Friends Day. Maybe it was Friends
That
Day.
just seemed like just friends.
Maybe it was Friends Day, not Best Friends Day.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, well, how are you?
Wait, sorry. All day today, you go in the doors and they open too fast, right? That's all I want to say.
Okay.
A man gave me these shoes. I could brush my hair. I know millionaires. You don't get this uptown, okay? When I go to the black community, 139 and 140th Street. If they have good books now, a stack of books. They go to the cops, okay? My sister has a car. I don't know what type. I call her every day. I want to read some good books. She's telling me, you don't read books? And she's telling me, and it's the third, my hair looks like it is because I'm doing man's work. Okay?
Well, your shoes look great, and we hope you have a good day.
Thank you. No, you can talk dirty. I mean, with your friends. You don't say,
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, that was 3/4. I'm not sorry.
Okay.
What just happened?
How I
That was
hope he's okay.
That was so fast.
That
felt so.
I mean,
taken
right out
aback.
the door.
I was like, my foot is still on this step. I didn't even get up the 2 steps.
What was it? Best friendship?
Talk about reflexes.
Right.
Yes.
Well, his
Best
shoes
Friends
were
Day
nice.
Versus, no, yeah. I'm glad that he got some shoes.
And Dervla's about to voyage across the
Voyage, not voyage.
big pond.
Yes, I'm going to Ireland tonight.
Sorry, voyage.
Voyage. My mom did it. This is the number. I think it's happened twice at least. That's probably a lie. Probably much more than that.
Okay.
Where my mom goes to the airport the day I'm not coming because there's usually a time change.
Uh-huh.
And then she has
Is she
to
already
come
there?
back again. Yeah, no. She's already in Ireland, so she's going to pick me up tomorrow. But because of the time difference, it is tomorrow, not today. So I sent her the screenshot because that's what I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, I'm glad I looked at my phone. I almost went this morning. I'm like, that's why I sent it to you, though, so you don't go on the wrong day.
You're such a good daughter.
Well, because I get confused because when I say it, I get confused, so I'm like, the screenshot is so much clearer. Like, look at these dates.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what day it is. 'cause
Visual
I never
cue.
know.
Well, what are you planning on? What's your... Dervla's taking an Ireland summer trip. Has it been every summer of your life? Did you skip a summer?
I skipped the COVID summer. I skipped
So good of you.
2020. That's the only one I've missed so far.
Dervla cares about the world, y'all.
Could not go. But yeah, no, that's the only one I've skipped. This time, I think the day I land, actually, we're gonna go to Newgrange, the ancient site where, like, one day a year there's a stream of light that goes through the whole building.
Oh, cool!
It's one of those places where, like, they shouldn't have been able to do this.
And they
know?
did.
And they did.
Those fucking
So-
smart bastards.
And I remember that's one of those things that I learned in, like...
We don't build anything
I
like
don't
that
even-
anymore.
I mean, I can't build shit, so...
But, like,
well, because
can you
it's
imagine
so, like...
somebody, like an architect, being like, we're going to build a building, and
Well, yeah, because-
light's going to appear through it one time a year, and this
Yeah.
perfect alignment, and it's lined up with the stars, and, like, I feel like
'Cause the
our
value's
society
so
would be like,
different
you're
now.
crazy.
Because
and
no one wants something where it's like, yes, one day a year, or even like some of them are like one day every 300 years.
But
you
that's
know, like,
cool as shit.
But it is awesome. No, I was watching actually this random Japanese drama where like there's a flower that only blooms
I like flowers.
every 300 years. So it was
Ooh.
like one of the best gifts you could give because it was so rare. And I was like, I feel like we've lost the sense of like rarity is precious in that way.
Yeah.
But
Well,
also, like, I don't know what flower only blooms every 300 years. Like, I couldn't tell you.
Me
so
either, yeah.
I probably wouldn't appreciate it if I saw it. But I think that's so beautiful. And that's what that, yeah. So we're...
what if it was, like, really ugly?
Exactly. And it's like, but it's ugly.
It's hideous but rare.
So, yeah, Newgrange should be cool. I don't know what else we're doing, but we're going with, like, two of my mom's Irish best friends.
So fun.
I love, like, the random outings with, like, all women well over my age, you know, like,
Oh, so
all
much
mom-age
insight.
women.
Yeah.
I'm always like, so this is what adulting will be. Okay.
So this is what the moms
and
really
yeah, no,
think.
because they're all moms, so it's such mom energy. I'm like, wow.
Mom energy.
But yes, no, I'm excited for that. Other than that, I don't think...
Oh, I can't wait for you to come back because your accent's going to be popping.
No. I know.
It's fun. I love accents. Accents. I can't... if there's one thing that drives me crazy, I can hide it most of the time. But that one word, which is the word that you have to
that
say,
matters.
it's literally what it is. I can't
do it.
Accent. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm debating going to Amsterdam for a couple days while I'm there because I'll already be in Europe. I know, I saw
that
those.
is a cool flower.
Yesterday.
What the fuck is that?
I saw those yesterday and I was like, look at you blooming. Good job. And I'm like, they're not dead yet or
and
anything.
a butterfly.
And a butterfly. There were so many butterflies.
Sorry, I just interrupted.
In Hanoi for some reason. I don't know why, but they were everywhere. I guess more hot weather.
Are butterflies, they like it hot? Butterflies like it hot.
I always assume they do, but actually I don't know. Because you know in shows when it gets to winter and you see a butterfly dying, so I always associate them with warm weather.
Okay. No, I don't know that, but...
I feel like I've seen that in multiple shows. Can't think of which one.
Well, then it must be true.
Do I get too many of my facts that aren't facts from TV? Yes.
Sorry, what else were you... what were you saying? I interrupted because that flower was hot. That flower was a sexy flower.
Sexy flower. I might go visit Kenzo in Amsterdam for a couple days.
Is that where she is?
But yeah, that's where she is now. But I want to do it in like the middle of the trip so it doesn't feel like I break off the Irish trip, you know? So it'll depend on if my mom has other things planned. So
what do you do in Ireland? Do you like skip through fields of clovers?
Yes, that's all we do. That's why my calves are...
I feel like that's what I would do. Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, most of the time it's really just like a relaxing trip because it's very family-based.
A lager?
A lager.
Is that right? I don't do beer.
That is one of them. I used to drink a lot of cider when I'm there, but it's just
yeah, you do like cider. Oh, no, you don't. But you used to get those apple cider.
Yeah, no, I used to get them because I'm like, oh, it's not liquor, I'll get a cider. But it's the whole sugary and bloated combination. Yeah. Now I'm like, I'd almost rather do beer, which isn't how I used to feel, but at least then it wouldn't feel super
Change
sugary.
is beautiful.
Change, I know. Talk about a butterfly moment. But it's a very chill trip just because I'm like sitting inside with like my granny and my mom for half of the time. So
yeah. Oh, that sounds so nice.
Chill.
Does your grandma have a rocking chair? I just imagined an old Irish lass in a rocking chair.
No, one of her neighbors does, but she doesn't have one.
Well, that ruined my image. Now I hate Ireland.
One of my pet peeves is, you know, like rocking chairs when they don't have enough room. Oh, I hate that. When like the rock just stops. Oh, the worst.
No, when the rock stops, never.
I'm like, why would you even get this chair if you don't have room for it? That's how I feel every time a rock stops.
You try to get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to stop. He will not.
He won't. Why should he?
You try to stop him. He's huge. Honestly, his thigh is probably as big as the trunk of my body.
Probably. I could see that.
Well, what else is going on in Ireland?
I don't know. I'll let you know when I get there.
And I don't want to bring up you're not going to Northern Ireland, you're going to just Ireland. I don't know the difference well enough.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, actually, my mom said we might go to Belfast, but I don't know if that was a set plan or not, which would be Northern Ireland.
My cousin went and she lived in Ireland for a while, and I think she was close to Cork.
Yeah, that's at the bottom. So that's that's very south.
So clearly my geography is a bit
I mean, my geography is trash.
Misplaced.
As well. Oh my god, like
it's like I know where Ireland is, it's just those specific parts of the place.
I fully lied to someone the other day because I felt challenged. Because he was like, because at the Goog we have to ask where people are from, and he's like, I'm from Holland. And I was like, oh, cool. And he's like, you know where it is? And I was like, uh-huh. And he was like, you can find it on a map? I was like, yeah. And then
he's like, here it is, show me.
And then he went away and I had to Google it. I was like, now I know.
Well, it's okay.
But I was like, I'm not going to say no to you, sir.
Holland is beautiful. Talk about beautiful flowers.
I can only imagine.
My grandma has a bunch. I haven't been, but my grandma did go at one point, and she has a bunch of like decorative towels.
Oh.
That all have
What she got there?
lots of flowers, and whenever I bring a pollen to her, which is never, maybe that one time, she was like, they have beautiful flowers, and here I am telling you, they have beautiful flowers. Ugh. Well, what else is going on?
But yeah, I don't know.
Oh, we wanted to talk about just a bit more just a bit more abstractly. Travel, leaving.
Travel, yes. The leaving and the coming back.
Are you excited to leave?
I love leaving. I mean, I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I'm like, is that just because New York is like such like a chaotic mixing pot that I'm like always excited to leave? But I also feel like no matter where I lived, I would be excited to leave.
But it feels
fun.
Do you feel like I'm leaving home, or you feel like I'm leaving New York? Because I get this like, I get a little like knot in my stomach, like I'm leaving home, like what if I never make it back?
I don't
what
know.
if I trip on a rock, hit my head, and I'm done?
I don't know. I feel like if I didn't make it back, I wasn't supposed to make it back, you know?
Damn.
I don't get a knot in my stomach. I kind of how I feel like when I leave San Francisco too, I'm always like, I'll be back. I guess I'm just too confident about the return.
Oh, youths. I think they'll never die.
It's been worse with COVID because it's always the day before I leave somewhere where I'm like, oh my God, I could get stranded here for 2 weeks. You know? At least. So that has changed, but that always only hits the day before. Stranded in Ireland
for 2 weeks just sounds kind of great.
Yeah, no, it's exactly. That's been part of it too. When I'm going to Ireland or home, if I get stranded, it's really not a big deal. But it was more when I was in other places where I'm like, oh, if I get stranded, I have to pay for it. Or like...
Yeah, that's a no, because got nothing to pay.
Exactly. But, no, I don't really get super nervous about it. I think it's just... it's more excitement, and I'm not really good at being excited until I'm, like, there. So...
I think that's fair.
I don't know. I'm not a homesick person, so I feel like those things are kind of related.
I think when you come back, I guess we could talk about it when you come back, but there's always the noticing upon the return. What do you know, like, well, I guess it depends on, I think
usually when I come back from anywhere to New York, I notice like the ease of getting what I want and staying out till when I want. It's mainly those two things that come up most.
In Abby Jacobson's book, I didn't make it through all of it, but she did a road trip across the country, and she talked at one point about laying in her bed and being like, I want, or maybe, God, I don't remember any of the specifics, but she was like, I want to go get said thing, and none of the stores were open. And that is something I always remember in Nashville.
Absolutely.
Everything's always open here. If you want to go get something at 2 a.m., you just go get it.
Yeah. No, in Ireland, well, especially growing up, it's gotten a little better now, but there was always the like I couldn't just like get Indian food if I wanted it. You know, like there was such...
What, there's not a ton of Indian food in Ireland?
There wasn't at the time in Wicklow.
You explain that to me.
But it was more of... But sometimes I also associate that to America rather than New York specifically. But I think in New York, it's like the hour does not matter. Like there is this idea of like, if I really try, I will find it. Yeah. So I think that's one of the things that I like mainly am relieved when I come back. That, and I guess too, the whole like, it's different in Wicklow because it's small town energy where it's like, if you wear something...
Can we take a picture in front of these flowers?
Yeah. If you wear something like any way different, it's noticeable.
Oh, you know that happened to me once.
You never have to worry about that here.
Or wait. That happened to me one time. I went to, or I mean, it happened. You pick. That's happened to me in Nashville, of course.
Yeah.
If a man's wearing something high-waisted, it's like gasp, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
But just anything out of the norm, which is like what?
So boring. Yeah, the norm is like such a specific.
But how is a high-waisted pant abnormal?
Exactly.
That just confuses me.
Yeah. No, there was this woman came to work the other day, and my girl had like bright pink, like a half up, half down, and like 7 piercings and like makeup. Like a lot was happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, a lot of places you'd be fazed by this. And I love that, like, you're not here. At least, like, most of the time you're not here.
No,
and I felt that way with Pride, too. It's like,
do you?
Pride people step it up, and it's still, like, you could go farther. Like, I have no doubt I will see someone who goes farther today, you know? Because I don't know, it's a freeing feeling being like, my hair could be bright fucking any color.
Ooh, this is making me think about complexity in general and maximal things versus minimal things, and pushing the max so far that it's like, well, the minimal would have been more effective then.
Yeah.
Because when something is so maximal all the time.
Well, because it kind of makes me think of like athleisure
loses
/ like
its power.
Streetwear stuff, where like still sometimes when it's with streetwear, it's like it's still all black, but it's like the material and the texture of it is making it like stand out.
Yeah.
And other times it's like fully like rainbow camouflage, and it's like sitting out for that
rainbow
reason.
camouflage.
I need to buy some rainbow camo. Rainbow camo.
I'm sure you can find some in Amsterdam. Right? Are you gonna go to a cafe? Or sorry, is that the Netherlands?
I don't know. Amsterdam is.
Wait, it's in the Netherlands.
There is a red light district.
Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands. No?
I don't know my capitals like that.
I just know about the cafes. And I've seen beautiful pictures. The architecture's lovely.
Stunning. I did not know it was a capital. Good to know.
It is? Yes!
Hey.
I thought I was wrong for a second. I was embarrassed.
You? Wrong? What?
Oh my gosh. Constantly. Constantly. Oh, hello.
Yeah, pigeons.
In that first apartment, or not first apartment, what am I talking about? That dorm, Lafayette, when the pigeons would land on my AC unit and peck on my window all night. I got really good at the and then in the apartment I lived in, the pigeons would also live next to that one tiny little window I had because I was in the basement. And so I just have been communing with pigeons for a long time.
I sat down on a bench yesterday. I was there for like max 7 seconds. All of a sudden, 7 pigeons are in front of me, just looking at me, and I'm like, I haven't even dropped anything. Did you
conduct them into a...
No, I went like this, and then they moved.
I told you, I've said this on this same Hypocrite podcast, whatever the fuck this is before, but were you there when I saw the pigeons? 2 pigeons.
Oh my god, beating up the...
Yes, 2 pigeons.
I remember you telling me about it. I don't think I was there, but I remember that.
Scary as fuck. It was like nature. Oh my god. So there were 4 pigeons. There was one that was being mauled. 2 of them they were using their beaks to pin the wings down on each side, and then the third one was pecking the one that they had pinned down on the head with its. And I sat there. It was on 2nd Avenue. I was like, what is even happening right now? This New York shit is weird. These birds are not okay. These birds are not okay.
That's so sad.
It is sad. That was terrifying.
That
Nature
so
is brutal.
Yeah. It really is.
We don't have to go any farther. We can.
Yeah, we can look here.
Do a loopy. What else?
Debating. I'm like, do I want an? I know. He just picked up that poop.
Whoa.
That's why.
That dog poop is some pungent. Woo! What else about Ireland do you like?
I like the air.
Volume.
The air feels fresher.
Oh yeah.
When I was little, I hated that all of the beaches were stones, like stony beaches instead of sand. But now I kind of like it because I like the sound.
Do people stack stones there?
Not as many as I've seen other places. Like it was in Aruba, we saw a lot of those, like the little tower thingies.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't know what any of them were, but I was intrigued.
Think I could ever do that, but I think it's beautiful to see.
I kind of want to get an ice cream sandwich. Do you want one? Do you want anything?
I don't want one, but if you do, we will make it happen. Hi there. What a warm welcome.
Right. Sorry.
Who dat?
I thought it was going to be my mom, but it's not. Do you want anything?
No, I'm all good.
What? I hate when things are long.
They locked the ice cream?
Oh, it's because it's summer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Who do we ask?
I also have to be a woman and...
Excuse me. Hi there. Could you open up one of the ice cream refrigerators? No, they're coming. I think.
They better.
I mean, I asked.
I asked.
But asking truly means nothing. What you got? Just a plain one?
I think I like the little plain ones.
Me too.
The cookie ones, I'm always
They're
like,
classic.
I'm always
It's
like,
not
this is
plain,
the most
it's
amazing
classic.
thing. And then I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah. I do get the cookie one. Or I haven't in a long time, but...
I get it when they don't have the classic. My
Hi
mom...
there.
Hi, can you open this one for me? Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
My mom likes some of the weirdest ice cream.
Oh, do tell.
I don't know, some of the choices she makes, I'm like, that's gross. Like, I'm trying to think of, I'm trying to think of, like,
If you have your
there was one
extra
she
care
ate, and I
card,
was like,
please scan
I
it
don't know,
now.
I'm not like a strawberry ice cream person.
No.
That's a weird
I'm a sorbet guy.
But
Like a raspberry sorbet.
I'm trying to think of some of the classic ice cream.
Enter phone number.
Oh, when I was little, I loved, you know, the Tweety Bird one?
The one that looked like
Select
Tweety
number
Bird?
Yeah.
CVS
Did it have the
bag
weird, like,
Scan
marble
coupon
eye?
now.
Yeah.
Or it was a gumball or something?
Yeah. They tasted horrible, but
Yeah,
every
they did.
time I was like, this is
Your
going to be
total
amazing.
is
It's
12.
Tweety Bird.
Please wait.
I love
System
Tweety Bird. I
processing.
didn't have
Swipe
the
or
Tweety Bird. I
insert
had the
card and
SpongeBob one,
follow
of course.
instructions on
Which,
fair.
today's also No SpongeBob Day. That's referring to the episode where the whole town leaves and has a day without SpongeBob, right?
I don't know. Is it?
I couldn't
Thank
remember
you
if I
for
was making
shopping
that
at
up
CVS.
or if that
Please
was
remove
real.
all bagged items.
That's such a weird day. Like, any tension is good attention.
I mean,
but, like, no
it's the episode where where literally
if you
everyone, he
have
just
your
like
extra
walks around
care
the town
card,
and everyone's
please
gone all day.
scan
He's
it
like
now.
really upset.
Okay.
No?
I don't know.
Or what's that one where he's like, get out of town, and he's like
That
panicking
was
about
so
having to
good.
leave.
I was actually,
Maybe I'm mixing
I
those
made
two.
like at least 8 SpongeBob references yesterday, and
Can't help it; they just fall out.
It was like the 3 of my coworkers, and I think people got like 2 of them. I was like, guys, come on, like what I'm saying.
You gotta get at least 50% of these.
I'm like, I was like, one of them might be considered obscure, maybe, but like the rest you should
Maybe.
know.
LOL. Woohoo! Summer ice cream. Yeah.
This is how to prepare for a flight. Eat ice cream at 2 p.m.
100%. Oh, have you ever pooped on a flight? Sorry if you couldn't hear that. Have you ever pooped on a flight?
I don't think.
Because I have, and it was horrible.
I'm sure I have, but almost all the flights I'm on, I don't go to the bathroom.
Do you sleep? I really try to conk out.
Like, I'm gonna remember last time I actually remembered the neck pillow that I had, and I was like, wow, look at me remembering this right now. Major props. So I'm gonna try and bring it again.
Wait, which way do you wear the
I know,
pillow?
apparently I've been wearing it wrong, and I'm like, that's some bullshit. Like,
I don't know. I think we've all been doing it wrong. Like, everybody.
But I'm like, if everyone's doing it wrong, isn't it just right? Like, come on.
Right.
Now. Come on now.
Well, wow, that's a good point. I don't know how much that logic carries to other things, but it's worth looking into.
I just saw that and I was like, then again, I don't like being wrong, so sometimes.
Who does?
Sometimes I'm just like, no, I feel like you're wrong.
Stick with your gut. Unless you've got some gut biome issues.
Like, I was talking to my coworker about tennis because he told me, he was like,
love tennis.
He was like, yeah, I was playing tennis this morning. I was like, oh, did you win? And he was like, oh, I was playing by myself. And I was like, oh, you weren't playing tennis. Like, I was like,
yeah.
If you're playing tennis, it's with someone else. Otherwise, you're practicing tennis. Like, you're practicing your swing, you're practicing whatever.
Wow, way to get
You're not playing it. And we went on this full spiel, and I was like, no, like, you're wrong. I'm right.
I do agree with you. However, the distinction may not matter.
No, it definitely doesn't matter, but
it did matter because it made you right.
I was like, you're not playing basketball when you're shooting hoops. You're shooting hoops.
Right.
So.
Oh, sport.
I proved my point.
You did.
He said, I'm glad you're leaving tomorrow by the end. I was like, same, bro.
Like, sorry, you're wrong. Need some aloe for that burn?
Roasted.
Boom. Roasted. Ugh.
But I think if I referenced, getting my R's mixed up, if I referenced The Office 8 times, I feel like people would get more than 2 of the references, which blows my mind. That,
probably.
Like,
well, just it's an older group of people.
I guess.
SpongeBob is so juvenile, and it's ridiculous, and it's animated, and it's a sponge, and it's his eyes it's under the sea. It's ridiculous. Can be funny.
True, I'm childish.
Well, I think ridiculous things are funny. Sorry if you disagree. Sorry
if
you
you're
find
not funny.
You find serious things funny. I mean, I guess I can laugh at serious things as well. But I think The Office.
I guess I can try.
I love The Office, but it's not animated, and that's just a no-go for a certain people above a certain age.
Yeah. I think. I guess maybe like people find they're like less embarrassed to reference The Office, just because I feel like The Office comes up on all these like fucking dating sites and all these different things. I'm like, why doesn't SpongeBob?
The Office unites us all, but you know what? For another generation, SpongeBob is a uniter. Patrick Star, I mean.
An icon.
Inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Come at me. Wombo, study of wombology.
Already hearing voices.
So good. That is one of my favorite lines. It is so problematic at this point. But it is so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess we'll just explain it, because he goes, they're gonna go out, and by going out they like go and watch the laundry like go round in circles. So it's none of this means nothing, but he's like, are you ready to go crazy? He's like, yeah. Are you ready to go crazy? Yeah. I'm already hearing voices.
It's gold.
It's amazing.
That funny.
Oh my god.
So good.
It's so good.
So good.
I know it's an issue, but it's so funny. Ugh. The panty raid.
That was one of the references I made. I said the panty raid, and no one reacted. I was like, this is wild.
I don't know about the panty raid.
I was like, did you guys just not hear me? Yelling. Oh my god. But yeah. That's what I'm saying. All of the references, I'm like, you should know these.
Yeah. I mean, what you gonna do?
Like, for your soul. For you. Not for me. For you.
We're just all better off with that taking up some mental bandwidth. I hope it never goes away.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't see myself outgrowing SpongeBob.
I don't know. My kids are gonna watch it for sure.
Hell yeah.
I got the first 100 episodes on DVD for my 17th birthday. I don't regret it at all.
A great gift.
They're in my closet.
Too many good jokes. Pleasure to be missed.
What else do you do in Amsterdam? I know they've got like channels. Do you ride a boat? Do they have like gondolas?
I don't know. I've like seen a lot of pictures of the bridges, but I don't know if. I mean, probably. I feel like if you can put a boat on it, they'll do that to make money.
Where?
I don't know. It's one of those places where I'm like, I wonder what the fashion's gonna be like because.
Ooh.
Sometimes I find like different cities, it varies like so hard.
Yeah.
And usually it's like, you know, like the richer, like more touristy cities, you will see a lot more like
Gucci,
city outfits and stuff like that.
Like Madonna. Sorry.
But like in Hanoi, I felt part of the like humility we'd see in non-tourists was that like they were just wearing like very casual outfits. And I was like, I feel like everyone's shooting for the same color palette and I love it.
Well, I hear it's very hot in Europa.
I know, even Ireland the past few days, it's been like 70s, which is...
Oh, well, that's great.
Like, when it's warm in Ireland, that's all you'll hear about. Every other person you talk to, isn't the weather lovely?
Aw. Yes. That's so sweet.
It is sweet.
I just want to go roll through the, what are they called, dandelions?
Dandelions.
Are there lots of dandelions in Ireland?
I don't know.
Oh, my mental picture's ruined.
Maybe somewhere.
My stereotypical mental picture. What am I gonna do?
What is a dandelion? Like, is that a flower?
I actually think it's a weed.
Like, because those are all seeds, right? Like, when you blow them, those are all...
I would assume
because they're not petals, right?
No, they're not. That's a really good question, you know? But I think it's... I'm actually pretty sure that it's a weed.
Okay.
But they're so fun.
They are.
Everyone treats them like a flower.
Because they should.
Yeah. I declare
so
dandelion
it's
a flower.
Right.
Oh, damn. Huh.
Oh my god, I saw a pink poodle yesterday.
Ooh,
this older woman, had dyed her poodle pink.
How do you feel about dyeing your dog?
I feel like if you're safe with it, like if you used dog dye that's like
you don't
not
bleach your dog.
Yeah, like if it's not gonna harm the dog and like you use something that like is okay to get in eyes and mouth and all of that, then it's okay. I mean, would I ever do it? No. But if it brought her joy, you know.
Right.
I guess that's why she did it.
This poodle, I was excited about it when I got it, and now I hate it. I'm gonna dye it pink.
Like, maybe she's, like, convinced the poodle's favorite color is pink, and she's like, I did this for you.
Or maybe she just wanted to match her outfit.
Yeah, you know, so as long as it didn't harm the dog, I guess it's not bad.
Ugh, do you feel like a dog's a companion or an accessory?
A companion.
I agree. But if you were just dyeing it to match your outfit, are you treating it like a companion or like an accessory?
That's like when people, like, dress up their significant other, you know, like...
Is it...
I think it's similar. Like, you want this person to look this way, but they're not an accessory.
Yeah.
You would hope.
Right? I don't really accessorize. I don't really do bracelets.
Some jewelry.
Or maybe I just have. It's one of those things that's like, I'm not going to pay for that.
I like my watch. And it's not dead yet. Usually my watch dies every 2 years. Oh, actually, I got this last year.
I don't have a single watch that works. They're all just
all of mine die after 2 years, and I do not know why.
All of mine are dead, and I started just putting googly eyes on the faces of them. Just
that too.
Always feel like
part of me is like, I'm gonna look back at them one day and they're just gonna be fixed. You know, that's kind of like how I feel about broken things. I'm like, I'll just leave you around here for a little bit longer.
Came and fixed them.
I'm like, is that you ticking? Great.
If you just put your clock under your bed. Or your watch. Under your bed, under your pillow. Or I guess, no, the clock fairy must be different than the tooth fairy. If it was under my pillow,
it would definitely get, like, hit somewhere.
Right. Did you do the tooth fairy teeth under pillow?
Yes. But kids now, they get like $5-10 fucking dollars.
Whoa.
I'm like, I maybe got a quarter, maybe.
I lost some of my teeth normally, but I one time had to go and get like a bunch pulled at once.
Really?
Oh my god. I feel like it was 4 or 6. It was a lot. I don't remember, but...
How old were you?
Oh, that's a very...
Because I'm assuming they waited like as long as they could for it to happen naturally.
You know, I really don't know, but it hurt.
Aww.
It hurt. And that Novocaine, you know, it's good, but you can still feel the pressure, and that is such a weird feeling.
Oh, I hate the fucking dentist.
Ugh. I don't mind the dentist. It's that one in particular, and I woke up during my wisdom teeth surgery.
Ooh.
I think I've told you that before. That's awful.
I do not enjoy the dentist, even though now two of my besties will be dentists. I'm like,
oh, that's good.
I'm like, okay, I'll go to you, but I won't be happy about it.
Yeah. Our dentist was kind of a family friend, so I was always like, oh, I know the dentist, so it wasn't like a scary man with a drill is putting it in my mouth.
It was never the person, it was like the sounds of everything that I hated.
And his name was Mr. Sullivan, and I feel like Sullivan's a very good dentist name.
Yeah, no, it's very kid-friendly. I'm going to toss this.
Maybe that's because he was my dentist, but, you know.
Dentist.
Sorry. The cross.
Yeah, no, it was never the person behind the tools. I just don't like how any of the dentistry tools sound.
No. It's so weird that sounds are so scary.
Who knows? Maybe when I come back, I'll be like, I'm gonna jog now, but I highly fucking doubt it.
I mean, you're more than welcome to join.
I won't give up.
It's okay. We can just meet at the other side.
That's true. That's true.
The other side. What else?
About jogging?
Anything on your mind?
I'm glad that it's been like a little cooler these days. We're like doing some 70s energy. Love that.
July, or we're in August. We're headed into...
Oh my god, yeah, the other day I had to check what month it was. I was typing something in, and I guess I had to put a date on it or something, and I really had a moment. I was like, fuck.
Well, July was so hot.
Exactly, and it went by so quickly.
Can we go take a picture of that really giant flower really quick?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, but I just felt like July flew, and I was like, August? Is it August? I guess so.
It's mid-August.
I know. Oh.
What the hell?
Why not? Jenny emailed about 2023 the other day, and I was like, I need to not open this right
About
now.
2023?
Yeah, I was like, I'll open that when I'm at the airport, because I'm not going to do that right now.
I'll open it in 2023.
Exactly.
Oh.
I was like, ooh, too much. I'm not big on I like planning, but like keep it to like 2 months, maybe 3. Beyond that, I just get nervous.
Well, I mean, you can make a big picture. It's gonna change.
Exactly.
And if you do a really in-depth,
I don't like
whatever
the inaccuracy
plan,
of,
it just gets fucked
when
up.
you're just wrong.
Yeah. I mean, what you gonna do?
When they come
The world's ever changing.
True. These leaves look really cool right now, even though like they're dying. It looks like they're all dying very individually, you know.
Yeah. Every leaf has a journey. Gosh, so look at that thing.
Mm-hmm. It's like fully a pizza.
It looks really tropical to me.
It's hibiscus, right?
Oh, I have no idea.
I think so, but I could easily be wrong. I don't know my flowers like that.
Gosh darn, that thing is pretty.
That's the flattest one I've seen. Yeah, it's got a good sunspot.
I'm gonna have sunspots for sure. But I will wear them like a badge of honor.
That sound always reminds me of my dad. My dad's one of the like carrying 20 keys people.
I'm trying to. That's one of those jokes where it's like, I've seen it in a few different shows where they're like, hold on, Let me just, yeah. I love that one. I feel like that never gets old.
Because it's accurate. It's another cliche that just is true.
Yeah, you just got a big fat thing of keys. Oh my gosh, are people... I don't like buttons in the car. Like, buttons. I like keys.
Oh, got you.
And eventually people are trying to get rid of keys and all of those things. Then our cliche's gone. How sad.
Yeah, no, I like a key too. I don't mind a button if I have a key as well, but just a button feels like something could easily go wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. And also the cars are really quiet. Sometimes you can't tell when it's on.
Yeah, no, that my mom's car is like a hybrid that uses some gas. Mm-hmm. But so when you're at like a stop sign and stuff, it'll turn off if you're stopped for too long. Yeah. And there have been so many times where she's like, "Is it on?" And I'm like, is it on? Like, why are you asking me?
Hit the gas.
I'm like, does it say it's on? Shouldn't it say it's on?
I find it very confusing.
And it's so different from my car, because mine is just like, I'm like, okay, it's on.
I thought you had a bug.
I do, but the engine sounds so loud.
Volkswagen.
That's why my mom always thinks I'm stepping on it. I'm like, no,
Mom.
Actually, that's just how the car sounds. She's like, slow down. And I'm like, that's how it sounds. Calm down.
That reminds me of driving with your permit. So funny.
God, learning to drive was such a moment.
Also in Florida, my little sister was backseat driving. Oh my gosh. But
PK
she did it. And then I started the next day, I was like, I did it. And I was like, oh.
I will backseat drive if I know where we're going and no one else does, I'll do it. Other than that, I'm pretty sure it's my role to not speak here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it used to be 6 Taylors in the car at once. God. And if Leah's backseat driving and Annie's backseat driving, and it just is like somebody's got to shush. Yeah. That was so funny.
I'm like, let's all just listen to the song that's on. And
which reminds me of when my family got to go to Italy and my grandfather made the trip happen or whatever, and he was driving us around, and there was a cliff. You're driving on a cliff. You could fully fall off. The road's not big enough for 2 cars. And my grandfather, his eyes were not very good. And we were all with our pillows, our neck pillows or whatever, all backwards.
Yep.
And my mom, she just turned around because it was a scary drive. And my mom just turned around and said, everybody just go to sleep. That was the advice. There's no getting around how terrifying this is. Everybody just close your eyes.
Yeah, no, there was one performance where we were driving back, and I was worried because it was too dark, and we had accidentally turned off the highway, so it was getting darker. Yeah. And I did have a moment where I was like, I'm going to close my eyes because I don't feel confident in how this is going.
You know what's magical? Closing your eyes.
Amen. Amen.
Isn't that weird?
It's more soothing than it should be because everything's still happening, but...
What if we all slept with our eyes open?
That wouldn't be creepy at all.
Isn't it weird that we all close our eyes to go to sleep?
I'm glad we close our eyes.
Me too.
I'm glad. Then we'd all need blackout curtains.
Oh, I do not like blackout curtains.
We made it!
We made it! All right, everybody. Dervla's gonna go and have the best trip of her life!
Yes!
Ta.